Well, it is the middle of the week. I had a really busy morning this morning. So, a full year ago, one full year ago, one of our clients, Alex, had asked me to speak at a meeting, a group meeting for a Probus Club here in Milton. And I said, "Yeah, geez, no problem. I don't mind doing that." And then the pandemic hit, and everything stopped. So. The same group had asked me, "Hey, can you speak like in a Zoom video this year?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem." It fell on today. So I was up at 6:30 this morning, got to the burn. I trained Philly Fringes a mile and a half. I watched War We Welcome train with James's horse. Watched the Glare AM train. We got all the babies ready and we went out. Now we had a number of horses scratched. We're not going to drone this week only because we had a number of horses that were gelded and or had splints cryoed. So really, it wouldn't be fair to them to work this week. Next Saturday, everybody that's not true. 2 horses may be castrated next week, so they will not train on Saturday. But everybody else, except for those 2 horses, will train. I'll give you the 2 horses we're thinking about. Mario has asked that we castrate Stonebridge Hecate, just because he's not paying attention and he's making a lot of mistakes that he shouldn't be making, and he's getting a little ornery in the burn. Now Stonebridge Hecate is going to come up top. We still haven't brought in Mischievous Rose. We're going to bring her in tomorrow, so she'll be okay to go a slow mile next Saturday. But if Hecate and Duke Dio is the other one, he's really loud in the burn now. He's not bad on the track, so we actually may not geld him next Tuesday because I do want to train him next Saturday and show everybody, show our clients, my partners, how he looks. He looked great today. Jimmy Gillespie went with him. He loves him. So if he's good on the track, unless he's being mean in the burn, I really want to give him a little room. Both him and Voyage of Ice and Fire are horses that we gave some room to. They are a little noisy in the burn sometimes, but they're polite most of the time, but they're really nice on the track. So they're right up against it. They're on the bubble. And I guess Hecate fits into the same mold also. So now that I say it out loud, we may actually push them a week and make sure they train next Saturday. That's a possibility. So I was up early today, trained some horses, watched some horses go. Baby started at 8 a.m. My Zoom call started at 10. I wanted to be off the track at 9:30. And there was a ton of horses scratched. So we really only had 4 or 5 sets. All the pacers went. I was happy with them. I am happy to report that Procrastinator, a horse that I had put on the sale list for next month, preliminary reports from me are that I'm happy with what I've seen since we brought him back in. Seems better. His attitude seems much better. His gait seems nice. So maybe that 3 weeks, 2 things. Maybe that 3 weeks did him the world of good. Maybe that's the 3 weeks that we should look at a number of other horses maybe to give off if it's not going to hurt them in the middle of their schedule. I know a filly that I own a big chunk of that there hasn't been shares available yet of, Stonebridge Dolce. Always kind of rickety looking. Looks like she just needs to mature. That's a filly that might benefit from those 3 weeks off. Looking at the improvements I've seen in Procrastinator that I think I see, it's a possibility that maybe we'll do that with her. We'll see. Nothing's set in stone. But when it comes to Procrastinator, I'm happy with what I've seen so far. Still need to see quite a bit more from $1 Million Swan and Loving Beauty, but I think Procrastinator has at least started down a path of amnesty, so to speak. It looks good. I'm happy with what I've seen from him so far. So I trained him a slow mile by himself yesterday. He's only been in a week, and he wasn't really ready to go in a set situation. So I went with him yesterday. I thought he was good. As I said, the Pacers went today. Amy beat them again with Better Be Sawyer, Luck of the Dragon, and Peanut Butter and Jelly. All those horses were good. Confederate Cruiser looked better to me today. James said still a little bit on the left line. We're going to be very careful with him, but I'm happy with what I've seen from that group so far. Very happy in that regard. I think 7 of them went in there. Just a rough generalization of how they went today. Kathy with an Eye looked good. Hill of Magic looked good. Mario's Pacing Filly looked good. Twinkle in Her Eye, she looked good. Who did I go with in the first set? 3 Point Blue Chip was okay. Made a little break in the far turn. You know, I said to James, we were talking just as a group, Johnny, James and I, and Jimmy, about the horses, and I said, a lot of them will come up against this first hurdle, and it really is a first hurdle where they know they're going to touch themselves in the turn and roll off. They're anticipating a break, which exasperates a break. So a lot of those horses may need the hobble stuck on for a month to let them build their confidence. I don't know if 3 Point Blue Chip is there yet, but we'll see. If we stick them on him for a few weeks, it's not going to hurt him. He really feels like he wants to power through the turns, but he gets 2 steps in, gets on the right line a bit, rolls up, and I know what he's doing. He's just trying to brace himself, switches. It's what I would say for the horses that switch their leads. It's sloppy. He doesn't switch quick enough, square enough, touches himself, and that precipitates a break. So a lot of the times some weight can help, but I don't want to put any more weight on this horse. Hobbles can help. That's a possibility also. We'll see. I'm not too concerned about it right now. There's a number of horses I'm not very concerned with right now. I did think Hill and Magic was better today after we applied the hobbles and changed her shoes around, or changed her equipment around. I don't think she's one that needs the hobbles very long, but needs them very often, I would say. But a horse that was good today. Kathy with an eye. We took the hobbles off her today. She was good. I was happy with what I saw from Kathy today. And what else? 3 Point made a break. Duke Dio looked good. And then in the first set, who did I go out there with? I know Bomb Hugger we scratched late. We just jogged her. She was coughing a bit this morning. No real big deal. She ate all her breakfast. She ate all her lunch before I left. So no concerns with her. But she was coughing a bit. Not going to push. I'm not going to push when they're not ready to. Obviously, we've talked about why a number of times. For the most part, I think everybody was good. I was very happy with the horses I saw on the track today. A lot of people asking, are we doing the drone Saturday? No. I told you why. Because we had a number of horses castrated. The Splinch crowd, that extra week's going to go a long way for them. So next Saturday, I looked at the long range weather. It looks fine. So next Saturday is the day we're looking at the next drone session. And we should have pretty near everybody involved in that day. So today racing, we have Off-Road Hanover coming off a maiden victory, a big win for him. He's picked for first and second, and then huge morning line favorite for Zeb Sunshine. I think we'll see him a little bit better today. I know both Aaron and Billy were happy with what they saw. Now, at the sale on Monday, we sold Beach Boutique, which is good and bad. She went for a lot less than I thought she would. The majority of our clients wanted her left at around $15,000, which I thought was way less than she should bring. We ended up selling her for $16,000, and the problem with that is she now fits where the people that bought her are from the Meadowlands. One of the top trainers, Scott Betts. She fits now where they can put her in a condition claimer. We never raced her in a condition claimer because it never dawned on me. I never thought she'd bring less than 25. So why would I possibly put her in a place where she would have an $18,000 tag? Now she gets to drop down, way down in competition. Now, we bought back a bottle of red. I own a piece of bottle of red, and the other clients, my partners with bottle of red, also thought that she shouldn't have brought less than 20, so we kept her. A little bit of a difference of opinion there, but now that we bought her back for 18, we can also put her in that condition claimer where her tag is 18, plus potentially purse money from that particular race coming up, pushes us up close to 20. Now we have to pay sale fees on the horses we kept and the ones we sold, but nevertheless, Beach Boutique's going to have some company in the condition claimer, I believe, next week. I assume that's where they're headed with her. Not really happy with that price. I think that puts her in a position where this could come back to bite us a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in the near future with her. Rooney Blue Chip we bought back for $16,000, but everybody that owned Rooney Blue Chip was in agreement. They didn't want to sell him. He can make another $13,000 in that class. If we didn't get 18, I think the actual price was 17 we had put on him. That we were going to keep him at 17. He was a sell at 18. If we didn't get the 18, then we weren't going to sell. He didn't get the 18, and we kept him. I know Billy Rhodes wasn't disappointed. He thinks he can make that money in there, no problem. So it wasn't a big deal. If he stays sound, it looks like he's a lock to make the money in there. So it wasn't a big deal. And then I'm Hill on Wheels went for $10,500. I thought it was $10,000, but it was $10,500, which was fair considering the position he was in and what was going on. So 2 sold, 2 didn't. The 2 that didn't will be racing next week. The 2 that did are not ours any longer. As I said, we have 2 racing today. We have a number of horses racing. One, My Heart Hanover, is Indigo, and the numbers are 2 this week. Cambridge Star is in tomorrow also. Brave World raced terribly last week again. Billy thought his ulcers were really hurting him. He's a little pinchy. He's been racing all summer, so we decided, you know what, we're going to give him 3 weeks in the field with White Tiger. I decided to turn him out last week after that race with him. White Tiger come up a little bit sick, so if we're going to have to wait 10 days anyway, a week, 10 days to race him, why not continue that on and say we just give him 3 weeks off to freshen up? So I think that made much more sense. Oso Pine is also racing today or tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think. Oso Pine's also, yeah, him and Cambridge Star are racing tomorrow. And then we have One My Heart Hanover on Friday. We continue to move horses around. You're going to see Frilly Fringes. I trained her today. She felt very strong. She's going to be going to Tim Twaddle on Monday. I think James was alluding to the fact that we put a bunch of them in the race bikes. If everything looks the way on our phones, on our weather apps, if it looks like that on Friday and Saturday, you might see Frilly Fringes go a bigger mile. Fox Valley Britska definitely needs one. He's going to get a big mile put into him. Probably War We Welcome. She should be down around 212, 213, 214, something like that on Friday or Saturday. Igler AM will train slow again. Her first training trip back, which was good, was today. So a little bit of racing, a little bit of transition. Yes was bad the other day. I think what we're going to do is, whether it be Northfield or what's going on with Yes, I don't know. Doesn't appear to have any issues to me. We're going to send him back to Tim, get him looked at. He may end up in Yonkers with Irv Miller soon enough. Irv got along really well with him last year. We were waiting until Yonkers started back up. Now we have to wait another week to qualify him. So you'll probably see Yes qualify at the Meadows and then be sent down to Irv Miller. That's probably the plan with him. What else do we have going on? I think that's about it. Obviously, a lot going on in my mind. I am trying to get everybody ready also. We are late getting our staking booklet sent to us, so I don't know where we're going yet with staking. But as I said, with the mail so slow, it is incredibly important that we have... I literally got 2 more Christmas cards yesterday. That's 4 this week. Christmas, for those of you that don't know, is December the 25th, assuming everybody sent them on the 15th. That's almost a full month's wait for mail. So if we have to wait a month for stake checks to come in from you, our clients, that would be catastrophic for the stable. So I'm hoping that we can get the staking, at least what it's going to look like, out to you the latter part of January, so that you guys can send checks in for the staking. Now that I say that out loud, what I'm asking is that 2 checks would be sent. One for training, probably on the 2nd of February when it gets sent out, and the other one would be for staking. I understand this is not normal. It's frustrating to me. My biggest concern is making sure these stake payments get taken care of. So I'll keep you updated on that. I wouldn't worry too much about it yet. I still have to get the staking booklet and go over it. I'll be doing that hopefully in the next 48 hours. And then we'll get everything taken care of. So that is your midweek video. I don't know if we have anybody qualifying this week. I don't think. Frilly Fringes will head to Tim. She'll need at least 1 stiff training trip into her. Then we'll decide, is she ready to qualify? Does she need 2 qualifiers? We'll see. I went a 1.5 miles with her today. I thought she looked good. I'd like to see a 1.25 or 2.6 on Friday or Saturday, which would put her in a much better position to be ready to race, but she felt good to me today. So that is where we're at. 2 horses leaving on Monday, Fox Valley Britska and Frilly Fringes. There may be a couple more behind them depending on what goes on with the Ontario government. Having said that, thank you very much for everybody that has sent in emails and either CC'd me or let me know you've done that. I really appreciate it, and I hope we can keep up the pressure because every little bit counts. Make no mistake, emails to politicians do count if we send them in bunches. We are over 800 strong. Surely, if we continue to send emails, our voices will be heard. Thank you again. I hope you've all had a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.